not there. Like it was scraped out with some kind of tool. Magic of some kind, it must be. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to... Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking out. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jacos, I thought you were one of them. This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes? Zara will make it worth your while. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters. Unknown. Some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left none forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no? Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this not a worthy goal? If it is big, leave it, and sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it, and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cash reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well. As you see, Zara is Zara. Joined the guild, but that wasn't for me. Too much sitting and waiting for orders. Bah! Alkosh waits for no one. Why should Zara? Mages, to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. It's easy to see how things become lost. Then again, there is a guild for that too. Just as one finds things that are lost, another may lose things that are found. There is profit in both. Neither much tolerates the competition. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the years. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. If you think it best, Zara agrees. Your help is needed to supplement Zara's cleverness. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. There! Zara was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of ascension is ours. Travel to Altin Koroman to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
You're not here to complain, are you?
Pilgrims have gone missing since that elf arrived.
Need help with the trials or something?
What? The pain's gone! I feel strong again. Fully healed. Where's my father? I must go to him. Dead? Then the guides told the truth. Thank you for my strength and my life. I'll visit Moloch's fury upon our clan. They'll pay the blood price for abandoning my father and me. When I leave this place, I will need all my strength. I thank you for my life. Return to my clan's stronghold. Depose Glurig and exact the blood price for my father's death. If they'd marched with him, he'd still be alive. My people would still have a worthy chief. Glurig told them a woman was not worth the effort, no matter her strength. According to my sister, Glurig seized power when we left. She sent word he'd even taken my father's wives for his own. Coward. He dared only with my father gone. Mazgash, daughter of Gordag, whose blood is Moloch's by honor and strength. Through our shared blood, his strength is mine. An assassin attacked my father. I snapped his neck, but he grazed me with a poisoned dagger. My father and I came alone to find a cure after the clan refused to march together. Gordag, chief of the greatest orc hold in Skyrim. Dead now, but with honor. Now Glurig rules the clan. A coward sitting in my father's seat. I plan to. Code be damned, I am stronger than that coward. I'll see him pay the blood price or die while cutting his throat. If no one else in the hold will challenge him, I must.
You made it! I wasn't sure if you would. I haven't had a drink in days, but if you've got the ingredients I need, it's time to celebrate.
Give me the meat, quietly. Vinaza is here and he's suspicious. But if he doesn't see you pass me the ingredients, he'll have to admit I won the bet.
Help? You saved me from a fate worse than death! What that Argonian had planned, well, you'll see. The claw's on the other foot now. Please, take this reward. It's not much, but you've earned it tenfold. All right, you lizard. Here's the meat I collected. Pay up.
Angway is a hunter of great skill. She always gets her quarry, and she always will. Oh, the humilitude.
Keep your head down. The invaders in percolating mire are indiscriminate in their killing. What? I haven't heard from her in years. Why did she decide to write me after all this time? She and Kinash, my wife, did not get along. But now Kinash is dead. It's comforting to know Rabine still thinks fondly of me.
Thank the three. Someone who looks like they can handle themselves in a fight. My husband's in danger. Please help us. The Dominion invaded. They trapped my husband, Jarit, along with the other villagers. I hid and got out past the guards, but I won't leave without my husband. Those soldiers are terrorizing our people. Kill them. Rescue everyone you can. And please look for Jarit. I don't know what the Dominion's doing here, but they said something about crystals. I'll sneak back in. Meet me near the village center. They didn't expect to see a Dunmer, so I made sure they didn't. I can be stealthy at night. He was born to slaves in Vardenfell, and yes, he's Argonian, but he's different. Distant. Haunted. Listens to words more than meaning. But he's my husband, and I love him. The Treeminder lured him here. The Treeminder says Argonians born away from the Hist are damaged, but they can be healed by some sort of ritual to join them with a Hist. I don't know. I don't want them to change Jarit. And why does the Dominion want him? All the others? Yes, though I didn't catch all of it. Crystal shackles, buckles... I'm not sure.
I can't believe it. Free.
I can't believe it.
I'm free. Thanks to you.
My eternal thanks.
I thought I'd never escape.
Save Jarit. He's in that hut over there.
What did they do to him? What's wrong with my husband? Jarit won't talk to me. He ran up and hugged me, but he won't speak to me. At least we're both alive. We're together again, thanks to you. Ever since you rescued him, Jarit won't talk. Look in his eyes. It's like he's not there at all. I had harsh words with the tree minder. She won't talk to me now. Would you ask her for help? Her hut's just up this path. She doesn't trust me, and after our recent clash, I doubt she'll want me to stay. But I'll do whatever she says it takes to heal Jarit. I wish we'd never come here. But Jarit insisted we'd find a way to fit in. He was born to slaves in Var...
Why hasn't he come back? Why hasn't he come home? Where can he be? My son, Wedimvo. The accursed Dominion Dryskins dragged several young ones out of the village. A few came back, but not my son. You helped our village. Please, can you look for him? The Dominion must have set up camps nearby.
Split up! Aid me!
I thought I'd never escape.
I'm trying to grieve. Bother me later. Bring a bottle.
I'll never forget him.
It's so hard to say goodbye to a friend.
I think she's badly hurt.
These poor souls need our help.
Do I have to summon a guard?
Feels like I've been at this forever. This one will be staying down.
I'm glad he's going to hurt.
You've doomed yourself by coming here. You know that, don't you?
Bring out the prisoner.
Please, I need you to kill me.
You creature to the vault. Your soul is mine!
Come, today you've protected those who cannot protect themselves. Like many born away from the Hist, Jarit is withdrawn, but never entirely silent. She thinks I blame her, but Fain Vildan has done nothing to harm him or this village. No, it's Jarit they wanted, and together we can find him. The Dominion clearly targeted Jarit. As his spirit reunited with the Hist, it was open to suggestion. Weak, and now it's lost. I need freshly picked Lanciata foliota to track his spirit. It grows within our mushroom cave. Just that. Know that once you touch the Lanciata foliota, it will only work on you. Bring it here, and I'll guide you to a place Jarit's spirit could be. Be careful of the cave's Wamasu. They're a necessary but dangerous part of our cultivation.
Have you found my son? Others return from the bog, but not with Dimvo. Our former master gave him this necklace. My son wore it to remind himself that not every dark elf is cruel. At least Widimfo returned to the Hist a free Argonian. Thank you for finding him.
I hope our soldiers take the fight all the way to Auradon. I want blood for blood.
Everything's ready for the blessing. All I need is the Lanciata Foliota, and then we can start. Good. The Lanciata Foliota will put you in a dreamlike state. You will feel as if you're Jarit himself, and you will know what his spirit needs to reunite with his body. Follow your instincts. You'll be able to reach Jarit's spirit wherever it wanders. Close your eyes, chew carefully. Concentrate on Jarit, and the Hist will guide you to him.
Seek Jarit's memories. Say what should have been said.
Jarit, I heard you talking to Treeminder Folzok. You're not going to Percolating Mire, are you? Different isn't wrong. I love you the way you are. Do you mean it? I can come with you? I know it won't be easy for us. Jarit, we're stronger together than apart.
Memories remain tangled. This weakens our roots. We should have sent you to Black Marsh. You weren't meant to be a slave, Jarit, my son. Sithis blessed us with a clutch of eggs. Master offered to send them back to Black Marsh, but we chose to keep you, all with us. If we had listened to him, none of you would have been born slaves. Can you forgive me? Then I will die knowing whatever my mistakes, and they were many, I will be at peace with my son. Thank you.
Jarit, I've seen you talking to my daughter without bowing your head. Never do that again. Is that how you address your master? You're a slave. If you look at Fane again, I'll put your eyes out. Do you understand? Why, you scally little piece of... You'll suffer for this.
Come. Meet me beneath the Hist tree. Pain opens the door to corruption, separating body and spirit. Healing cannot be complete while the corruptor lurks nearby. I am part of the Hist, a part you can perceive and help. Carathel of the Dominion steals my memories and weakens my fibers, using Jarit's fragile new connection to reach me. Stop Carathel. He enters the Hist through Jarit's mind to take my memories. Carathel's treachery will kill me, and my children will suffer. I will send you down to the Hist roots. Kill Carathel and save Jarit.
Destroy the intruder!
You've been asleep a long time. Jarit has asked about you. Several times, in fact. What happened? There's more to it, isn't there? The Dominion use crystals on our people, pulling at them from inside their heads, they said. But some don't remember it at all. Why? Ah, that clears it up. Jarit has developed a strong connection to the Hiss through this experience. Something he lacked since his birth. He must become a healer. Please convince him of his destiny.
I'm glad to see you awake. Yes, my thanks. Now that I can hear the hist, Tree Minder Falsak wants to teach me to be a healer. Fane wants us to return to Narcissus. I don't know what to do. I want Fane by my side wherever we live. Clearly she's not happy in the mire, and I wasn't happy in Narcissus. You've traveled. I trust you. What would you do? Life won't be easy for me as a former slave. Even with Fane's help, the best I could hope for is work as a laborer. But her family's there, and she misses them. I value her happiness. She wouldn't leave, and she'd be unhappy. But once my training's complete, we could move elsewhere. Maybe a city like Stormhold would suit both of us. I've always wanted to be a healer. Fane and I can go anywhere once my training is complete. Thank you for helping me decide.
If Jarit's happy, I'll make the best of it.
What do you want? Where could it be? Not so loud. You'll betray our position. I'm one of the Vice Cannon scouts. I've been watching Dominion activity in Zook for days. Zook has been abandoned for years. The only one who lives there now is a crazy Kuthringi. The Dominion tied him up in the center of the village. They're searching for a magical relic called a keystone. If they find it, they could cause much havoc in Shadowfen. Maybe that Kuthringi could help us find it before the Dominion does. Could you infiltrate Zook and rescue him? Be careful with that Kuthringi. From what I've seen, he seems a bit unstable. That if he's really a Kuthringi, he'd be the last of his kind. Some say they were descended from the Nedic humans. They lived in Black Marsh as far back as records go. The Nahatan flu destroyed their culture. We thought they were all dead. They're relics that tap into Loriocel's power. Anyone who controls all the keystones and Loriocel itself would become nearly unstoppable. Obviously, it would be disastrous if the Dominion got them. Loriocel is an Ayleid ruin. We knew it protected a well of great magical power, but we never knew how to unlock it. Not until the Dominion started poking around for the keystones.
I've got... A visitor? To the prison? How on you? Another visitor to White Rose Prison? This isn't exactly the main route. The Vice Cannons tracked one of the long-lost keystones to White Rose Prison. If we can recover it, this artifact would be a major boon to our war efforts. Unfortunately, the prisoners don't trust the Vice Cannons, which means they don't trust me. You're welcome to try. We need that keystone. Look for General Ritus, an old Imperial general they left here to rot. He's the prisoners' leader. Hopefully the prisoners will let you in. We need that keystone. Very little. The Imperials built it in the First Era. When they were pushed out of Shadowfen, they abandoned it. I'm not sure why the prisoners remained. Some say they're cursed. He had the reputation of being honorable, at least for an Imperial. I don't know what he did to get left here, but it must have been bad. The Empire abandoned a skilled general. Argonian artifacts of great power. Legend ties them to various ruins throughout Shadowfen. The Vice Cannons can't let them fall into the wrong hands.
shall end you!
Think you're clever? Ha!
Keep your voice down. The Dominion has taken Murkwater. We can't afford to be caught. Murkwater is a simple fishing village, but the Ayleid once called it home. Ancient artifacts and dark secrets hide beneath the swamp. Agents went in to uncover the Dominion's purpose. Batarmij, Nuisha, and Rodathax. They haven't returned. I'm certain of it. If you can find and rescue them, meet us at our rendezvous on the hillside overlooking Murkwater. We need to know what our Shadow Scales learned. The Dominion must expect a powerful prize to send a force this large. Step lightly. The Dominion fills the swamp like rotted weeds. I spotted Batarmij tied up over there, and I heard Nuisha's voice coming from the cave nearby. As for Rodathax, he must be deeper in the Dominion's camp. We're Shadow Scales, born under the sign of the Shadow and trained as assassins from birth. We're called upon to sway the balance of power or right wrongs in and around Black Marsh. We officially hold allegiance to no one, but we're Argonians, and if the Dominion steals treasures from our land to establish a seat of power, we must stop them. Though, we're somewhat out of our element here.
The Thalmor come... Oh...
Friend or foe? Speak up. I may be a prisoner, but I won't be toyed with. Just the words I want to hear. Cut me loose. I've got plans for these low-life dryskins. I'm sure Paleheart would approve. Good. That's on the hill over there. I could use you in my future plans. See you soon.
Are you here to help? In that case, don't just stand there. Release me. I must report to Paleheart before any more soldiers get here. Is the rendezvous the same? Excellent. Then we haven't been discovered yet. I'll see you there.
By Sithis, it's about time. I can't believe it's taken this long to send someone. You're here to free me, right? Nice to know some of us weren't captured. I'm sure I'll never hear the end of this. Now, if you could untie me, I'll be on my way. Then the plan hasn't changed. Hopefully I'll see you there. At least you made it this far without getting caught.
To the side!
You must be the one Radithak spoke of. Our agents owe you their lives. Indeed. The Dominion is searching for an Ayleid artifact, the Relayus Lore Keystone. Radithax believes it's too powerful to fall into their hands. The citizens of Murkwater that weren't killed in the invasion are being forced to excavate for it. Take this whistle. Our first priority is to save Murkwater's people. When you locate them, use the whistle to signal my agents. They'll take care of the rest. The Dominion took particular interest in a local scholar named Haj Tum. She was spotted, accompanied by 2 guards, headed to the eastern Ayleid ruins. I believe Haj Tum can lead us to the Keystone. You can't see the work we do from the shadows. However, this operation would be doomed if it weren't for you. Ask Nuisha to lend you one of her agents. The Keystone is a relic that can tap into the power of Loriasel, an Ayleid ruin here in Shadowfen. If someone obtained all the Keystones, they'd have control over Loriasel, and that would grant them immense power. The Ayleids kept the Keystones separated. One was hidden in Relayus Lore, the ruins you see around Murkwater. The Dominion must have learned this, and sent a force to recover it. This is beyond what we usually handle, but the Shadow Scales are up for any task. Did she now? I suppose I can spare one of my scouts. Tell me what you need. Do you prefer someone good with a bow, or good with a blade? A rogue it is. Watch his back. I'd like to see him return in one piece. This is beyond what we usually handle.
What is this?
Follow me closely. I'll keep you hidden.
Shadow Scales. I guess it's my lucky day.
on.
I'm here to help. Do what I do, and no one will see us.
Lead the way. I hope retribution comes next.
Where are you going? I can't leave Murkwater.
Who's there? I didn't kill your Dominion friends. I warned them, but they didn't listen. I thought no one would come for us. I've searched many years for the Keystone, and had a breakthrough before the Dominion arrived. I tried to mislead them, but they found my notes. It should be in one of the chests we unearthed. Be careful as you open them. An ancient evil guards the Keystone. Find the Keystone first, and worry about me second. Who knows when Dominion reinforcements will show up?
I have no orders from Paleheart. Come speak to me at the excavation site. Don't worry about Haj Tulm. I'll patch her up. Did you find the Keystone? Paleheart is eager to proceed. Very good. Paleheart will be pleased. Are you ready to take back the town from those Dominion scum? We've learned that the Dominion brought a large shipment of crystallized fire salts. These salts are highly flammable. We want you to assault their ship, collect the fire salts, and then spread them around the river. If that's not enough, why not kill their leaders? Velalaya and Kasar Dro command the Dominion forces from the ship. Now is our best chance to create confusion among their ranks. The Shadow Scales are going to systematically kill every Dominion soldier we can get our hands on once the river is on fire. We are currently studying their troop movements and getting our agents into position. You've done excellent work. Our agents are in place. All that's left is to set fire to the river. Once the river is ablaze, we'll strike hard from the shadows and take back Murkwater. Are you ready? You should have the honor of lighting the fire after all you've done for us. I've stacked up a pile of wood. Light the remaining fire salts and set everything ablaze. Paleheart requested you return to her. Leave the fighting to us, and we will live up to your previous example. Now light the fire. Show them how shadow scales return a favor.
I could hear the fire salts exploding from here. Good work. My agents will make quick work of the Dominion's forces. Now, to end this, do you still have the Relayus lore keystone? Radithax and I think you should be the one invested with the power of the Relayus lore keystone. The only way to acquire it is by absorbing the stone. Radithax knows the ritual. Because the Shadow Scales know you're someone we can count on. Someone who sees things through to the end. You deserve to possess its power. Are you ready to begin the ritual? Radithax, if you will.
Of course. May Sithis watch over you, my friend.
Radithax, are you hurt?
I'll be fine. I have the marsh in my veins.
You and the Keystone are now one. Its power resides within you. You'll know when the time comes. By now, my agents should have retaken Murkwater. They'll be celebrating in the village as we speak. If you're leaving soon, I'd like to ask a favor of you. Take word of what we've accomplished to Azanar and Hismir. They know the situation here at Murkwater, so they should be informed. It's not far from here, just to the northwest.
There's trouble at the Deep Crag Den Quama mine.
If you're here to complain about the Dominion soldiers' presence, I've already heard every complaint you can imagine. The soldier in question, Captain Hinamo, announced himself and his intentions to undertake the trials of the burnished scales. By holy tradition, pilgrims who declare themselves may not be harmed. The Hist alone decides his worthiness through the trials. Those who complete the trials may commune with the Hist. I don't know why this interests the Dominion, but I fear it is no good for Shadowfen. Perhaps you could find out yourself Take the trials and keep an eye on this enemy of our people.
The Hist will abandon us if a Dominion...
The Trial of the Mind is your first challenge. The trial is located in a hut on the northwest corner of the pier. All are as one within the Hist. To be as one requires discipline. The trials prove your commitment. They also test your body and mind. We must see if you are capable of surviving the process without dying or going mad.
About the Dominion soldier, what will you do about him?
The Hist will abandon us if a Dominion soldier communes with it. Shimate presides over the trial of the mind, the first challenge. He'll administer the trial to any supplicant. Murkwater? That poor village. I hope the Shadow Scales made the Dominion's conquest a costly one. Shimate presides over the trial of the mind, the first challenge. He'll administer the trial. All are as one within the Hist.
Pilgrims have gone missing since that elf arrived.
What happened to our pilgrims? Where could they be? The pilgrims were supposed to arrive hours ago. I expected some pilgrims from Forsaken Hamlet today. With the trials at hand, I must stay here. And none of the other route stewards have the time to search the Northeast Road. If you're headed that way, would you look for them? have you found any signs of our missing pilgrims? What would the Dominion gain by keeping pilgrims from the trials? It is senseless.
You say for this next trial I'll need to run? Fine.
Come, do your trading here.
Why would someone steal? Who would take the relics? Their only value is historic. 3 simple stone pieces, part of our heritage. No jewels, no gold, nothing a dry skin could value. Theft isn't unknown in Hismir. but it's rare enough I wouldn't know where to start looking for the culprit. Such ardor, you might consider undergoing the trials of the burnished scales if you haven't already. I would welcome any help. I stored the relics in this cart. Perhaps one of the pilgrims observed something I did not. I'll remain here to protect what relics are left, to guard these pieces of our heritage. Such a strange thought. Our history, carvings, keystones, and bits of Hismir itself, all of it rough old stone. Every season, we take them to our pilgrimage sites. They have no value to anyone but us.
No charge to have a look.
Why do you bother me? I have troubles. Troubles! It happened last night, that's all I know.
You would speak with me? I heard a strange noise by her cart. I saw one of my people wearing a red jerkin, and that's all I know. I had nothing to do with it. Whoever it was ran to the east. That's all I know.
I can feel the wind at my back like a caress. It's very peaceful, but you're interrupting its flow. Why?
I traveled many days to commune with the Hist. I cannot wait to begin the trials.
I was to partake in the trials, and then that Dominion soldier showed up. The Hist speaks with a high elf. Pah.
Which trial do you look forward to? I cannot wait to partake and have my mind judged by the Hist.
I failed. I failed the trial of the heart. To have come so far to fail. Why?
When I leave...
What separates us one from the other?
Scale, skin, blood, and bone. We are one in the Hist, of course.
No, nothing separates us. The Hist is then, now, and forever. We are always one in the Hist.
I once split an arrow in half with the following shot. My training partner broke my hand for that.
Odzi is still sore about that one time. She should know better than to make me angry.
Here to hone your skills with the blade, huh? Welcome to Hismir.
A blade is only as good as its bearer. Ha! Let the expert come at me with a dull blade, and I will prove him wrong.
Pilgrim, the trial of the mind awaits below. Your goal is simple. show you comprehend our past. Communing with the Hiss teaches who we were before, makes us what we are now. To remember our ancestors' deeds is to know ourselves. Learn of our past, and act with what you gain. You conquered the trial of the mind. Faster than Captain Hinamo, might I add. Perhaps he's not suited to feats of intelligence. Your next trial is that of the heart, where unnecessary distraction and digression lead to failure. Follow the well-traveled path marked by statuary. Speed is of utmost importance. Nazooks awaits you at the finish. Are you ready?
Someone, please help me. Please, I need your help. So embarrassing. I twisted my ankle during my trial. Would you walk me back to Hismir? I can't make it alone. So many beasts in this marsh. The other one, the elf, he ran right past me. Well, a good deed is its own reward.
I've waited for you. You've undertaken the trial of the heart. Time is meaningless, for the true test lies within your own heart. You willingly failed a task to help someone in need. This was a necessary distraction. The trial of the Fang remains before you. You must fight while at great disadvantage. Bimikas will assist you in your preparations.
Another pilgrim? So few today beyond yourself and that Dominion soldier. Are you ready for the trial of the Fang? He finished his trials before you arrived, and is currently in communion with the Hist. He must not be disturbed. I do. It's quite simple. Defeat any of these warriors in single combat to pass the trial of the Fang. Oh, and you must drink poison. Nothing permanent, just something to dull your senses. Here. When you feel the poison's fire in your veins, challenge any warrior to single combat. Go prove yourself ready for the Hist.
What would you have of me, strange one? Your sickly pallor comes from root rot poison. Excellent. I accept your challenge, and I offer you the honor of first strike. Enough! I yield. You fight like Wamasu.
I see no lingering effects from the root rot poison. Aren't you a hardy one? Yes, and you did it well. Few make it past the trial of the mind, let alone all 3 trials. They're necessary to prepare one's body and spirit for what comes next. Good. I've prepared Hist sap in the bowl beside me. Drink it when you wish to commune with the Hist. It is different for every pilgrim who drinks the Hist sap. You may speak words or think thoughts that aren't your own. When the Hist shows all it wants you to see, find Comax A at the highest tier of our pyramid. He'll help you interpret your visions.
love, I found the right mixture. You've heard it before, I know, but this time I feel it in my scales. Drinking this will allow all of us to commune with the Hist. We'll regain what our people lost. I guess it's now or never. The Hist is in my mind. So strange. I must...
Years of work, and it all comes to this. I almost don't believe it. You should be the one. You communed with the Hist, refined the amber. Placing the Zot stones was enough for me. It worked. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I must tell the others.
Kothringi are upon us. Quickly, activate the Zot stones. Such power, were it ever to fall into the Kothringi's hands.
Return. As Root's steward, I must say your vision remains a secret of the Hist and yourself. But for myself, I must ask, what did you see? Zot stones. The Hist may be showing you a way to defend Hismir against some future threat, but I have not heard of Hist Amber in an age. You should speak with Kamax A. If anyone knows, he will.
The look in your eyes. You've communed with the Hist, I see. You and the Dominion captain make two outsiders in one day. A portent if there ever was one. Fruit of the Hist. Its magic once powered the Zot stones, protecting us from our enemies all those years ago. But the Hist haven't borne fruit in an age. Why do you ask? Oh no. Captain Hinamo also asked about the Hist Amber. Then he left here in great haste. If he possesses any amber, he could use the Zot stones upon the root stewards, the pilgrims, everyone in Histmir. Why would the Hist show him this vision? To ward the western ruins. If you find any Hist amber, keep it from Captain Hinamo's hands and return it as swiftly as you can. Should the Dominion plan to capture Hismir for themselves, I must prepare a defense. I pray the Hist Amber is lost to the ages. Captain Hanamo must not control Histmir's lost power. The Hist cares not for kingdoms or politics. It shares what we have forgotten. How we use its gifts is our doing.
How could anyone, let alone a dark elf, desecrate the shrine of Saint Velos? It's scandalous.
Once I dispatch Histmir with arm.
Kayak, do you make a habit of barging into houses? I know nothing about stolen relics. Now get out of my house. Wait. Some high elf pilgrim offered my tail's weight in gold for those things. But after he saw them, he said they were useless. Take the relics. I want nothing to do with any of this.
Are you here for the trials, too?
Did you recover our stolen relics? Our relics stolen by one of our own? He knew their lack of worth to outsiders. Perhaps his eggs spent too much time in the shade before his hatching. No matter. It's enough you've returned them to us.
You have not pleased the Hist today. Rather, you fulfilled the Hist's expectations. A subtle distinction, but necessary to comprehend the Hist. You unlocked a secret from our past. One so well hidden we didn't see it ourselves. We'll retain this memory until it is lost once more. Then, in a time of great need, the Hist will reveal your deeds to our descendants.
You're not with the Renridra pirates, are you? No, you don't have their stink. I could use some help, and I swear by the sap of my hist that it won't do your purse any harm. The Renridra are stab first, talk later types. You're something else. What a pity. If you were a pirate, you'd know how to get what Barvin and I came here for. Believe it or not, Barvin and I are researching Argonian ruins, and the pirates are in our way. I'm sure they have plenty of loot, but that's not what we're after. If you're interested, ask Barvin to fill you in. He's watching the lower road. Barvin is near the log bridge to the pirate camp. He's been watching them, waiting for our chance to get those relics. I would if I could. The relics here date from before my people stopped building Zanmirs and started living in mud huts. We know they're an important link to my people's past.
Those pirates are digging and drinking. We can take advantage of that. About time he found someone to help. I'm glad you're here. We've traveled all over Black Marsh searching for ancient Argonian relics. We finally get a solid lead, only to find pirates ahead of us with a treasure map. Maybe not. This map is a stone puzzle in 3 pieces. When you find one piece, it finds the next. The pirates don't know what they've got, but my partner looks under rocks does. Get those pieces to us at the Zanmir, and we're in, and you'll get a cut. I don't know as much as looks under rocks, but just look at these ruins. Zanmirs, the Argonians call them. The lizard's ruins go way back, and this one's old, real old. Anything from that time must be valuable, I mean significant.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Excellent. You found all 3 puzzle stones and learned how to use them. Barvin and I slipped past the pirates while you fought your way through the camp. The Hist led us here. Maybe the stones sought me out because I know how to use them. Give them to me. I can make them work. I know it. The relics must be nearby. Just as I thought. Combined, the stones become a single object, a Hist key. Barvin found what looks like an entrance into the ruins below, but it's magically sealed. I think this will open the door. Ancient relics. But know this. The creations of my ancestors are not toys. Many possess aspects of the Hist that were dangerous even then. I thank you for what you've done so far, but the danger isn't over. We must proceed carefully. Take the Hist key to Barvin at the entrance to the ruins. He's there now, trying to open the door, but he can't do it without the Hist key. But that's probably a good thing. The artifacts below are dangerous. I need to review my notes and see if I can figure out what we're dealing with. Tell Barvin to wait, or we may walk into some serious trouble.
Curse it, why can't I pry this open? I think so, but it's magically sealed. My tools are useless. Whatever's in there must be really valuable. Must be significant. This looks familiar. Looks drew something in one of his journals like this. What is it? Of course! I remember some of that old lizard's notes. This key won't just let us inside the Zanmir. Once we're inside, it'll protect us from the traps and the Zanmir's guardians. We can't wait any longer! I'll wait inside. I won't stick around to be captured by the Renridro. If you're smart, you'll follow me. Looks can catch up to us. Can't wait any longer! I'm going in!
Wait, don't go in. Stop. Wait! Stop! There's great danger! My notes. That key. I figured out what's buried under the Zanmir, and it must stay buried. Barvin went in? We have to warn him. Oh no. We need to leave them sealed in the Zanmir for all our sakes. We have to stop Barvin before he gets to the fangs of Sithis. A blight upon the land. In the hands of my ancestors, the fangs could be used to destroy whole villages. They turned crops to ash and created undead horrors out of my people's enemies. But that's not the worst of it. It is said that wielding the fangs gives you to Sithis, which casts all you are and all you could be into a great void. You see, the fangs consume the bearer's soul. They bestow you with great power, but strip away all that makes you a person. Beat him to the fangs, but it won't be easy. The ruins are full of traps and guardians, and Barvin has a tremendous advantage. The Hist key will let him bypass most of these dangers. I'm afraid I can't go with you. I'm not strong enough. Perhaps. My ancestors created the traps so that their descendants could bypass them. If you encounter a trap, the solution should be somewhere nearby. There's no protection from the Guardians beyond the Hist key, unfortunately. When the new maid rises,
I hear the fang! It calls to me! No! Please! He lied! You want the fang! The fang crawled into my mind. What have I done? I can't stop it from gnawing my thoughts. Help me! What are you going to do? It's gnawing at my mind. If I give it to you, I'll go mad. I'll die. Here, take it. There's only one, I swear. I don't know where the other fang is. That thing burrowed into my mind. I never want to see it again. Never.
You're back. Did you stop Barvin? And the fangs? Did you get the fangs of Sithis? Give me the fang. I've got a special coffer to shield me from its magic. What happened to Barvin need not happen to anyone else. Poor bastard. I'm glad he survived. But he only had one fang of Sithis? There should be two. Pirates must have gotten into the ruins. This door to the Zanmir isn't sealed. I'll wager the commotion I heard from the pirate ship involves the missing fang. I heard pirates beg Captain Arevi for mercy, then screams. That's the other fang's influence at work. I'll take the first fang of Sithis to our secondary camp not far from here. Get the other fang away from the pirates and meet me there. You need this ship! You need us!
Need? This one needs nothing but the fang. My sister, where is she? No matter. Sithis will bring us together in time.
survived. Truly the Hist guides you. But did you succeed? I thank you, as should all Argonians. It would have been better had the fangs been left buried, but now they've been unearthed, we must keep them safe. So far, you're the only person unaffected by them. I'm not sure. It worries me, but not as much as the fangs in the wrong hands. Here, take the first fang while I consider what we should do with them.
Stop. Don't move, or I'll strike you down. Stop. You have no idea what you're doing. Those relics are the property of the Night Mother. We felt their emanations the moment you removed them from their resting places, thief. Give them to me, or pay the price. Sharava of the Shadow Scales. The fangs of Sithis must not fall into the hands of the ignorant. Hand them over, or face the Night Mother's wrath. You don't know, and yet you recovered the fangs? The Night Mother is the bride of Sithis, audience to the Black Sacrament. She holds the power of life and death. Do not defy us, for we act on her behalf. The fangs were gifts from the Dark Husband to the Night Mother. Sithis gave them to her, and we model our weapons after them. If these are truly the original fangs, they are both great and terrible artifacts. And they belong to the Shadow Scales. The fangs are powerful relics from another age that would overwhelm your soul. I'm surprised they haven't already. They are only safe in our hands. And if that's not a good enough reason, we'll kill you if you keep them. Decide now.
The Shadow Scales want the fangs of Sithis. There are so many of them, but they're dangerous. The fangs in the hands of assassins? I can't imagine anything worse. I don't know. But even if they can, then what? The Shadow Scales undergo rigorous mental, physical, and spiritual training from an early age. Maybe they could hold the fangs safely, but wouldn't that make them too powerful? All right. It's likely we'll both die here, but you've accomplished miracles already. Perhaps fending off a band of Shadow Scales isn't beyond your power. Give me the fangs.
Lesser being, there is a void within you. I find it intriguing. To try to put a name on me is to try and hold chaos in your hand, mortal. If it helps you stay sane, think of me as a minuscule piece of Sithis. A jot of intellect and will contained within this shadowed form. Politeness without obsequiousness. A welcome change. You would make a good Shadow Scale. Mortal, you have done enough for me. The fangs have lain dormant too long. They should be in the world again. Why? They are already champions of the Night Mother. No, leave them their own tools. You awoke the fangs. You may wield one while I keep the other. Your friend holds my gift. Take it and use it as you will. I will see you again sometime, mortal.
I can't believe we survived that. You made the right choice, I think. Anything else would have been disaster. I don't know what you're planning, but I need a good long rest. I'll head over to hatching pools in a few days. You have a new weapon to try out, I think. I wish you luck and long life.
If you're
Were
lost,
you
I'm happy to
invited?
show you the way out.
This is no place for the living. Not anymore. If you're here to honor lost friends, you should come back next season. Maybe things will be better by then. Wisps or no wisps, it's wrong to leave a body unable to return to the Hists. And the travelers who bring the bodies, well, they expect a burial. I've tried, but I can't fight wisps with a shovel. All I can do is bury the dead. The wind has not whispered that to me. There have always been wisps, but never this dangerous. My mind would be eased to see travelers free of this threat. Life here is hard enough already.
to nourish another day. The branches part and I am free. You are the sun on my scales.
Come with me.
You have wandered far. Rest now with me. Why do you resist? I offer you peace.
Be strong, stranger. Begone, spirit. Come. You've seen the danger firsthand. I have not seen her attack prey so fiercely. What quarrel does she have with you? Her voice commands the lost souls, so that's a likely reason. I weep for the other travelers who fell prey to her traps. You should leave our cursed gravesite while you still can. No, she is not destroyed. Only silenced for a time. She is old. Perhaps as old as the swamps themselves. I do not know what caused her to take an interest in the living. But this does not bode well for any of us. I wonder if this has something to do with our new visitor. We've never entertained an Altmer before. Or it may just be coincidence. Volrendel seemed harmless. At first he studied our ways. Then he began taking tokens and other discards from our rituals. That was odd, but did no harm. Then he was caught digging up some of our graves. He said he simply wished to examine them. He didn't disturb the bodies, it's something else. I want to understand him, but he won't discuss it with me. He's set up camp not far from here. Perhaps there are some clues there.
Why are you searching my belongings? I came to this hallowed place to learn, not to deal with petty thieves. I'll report you to Jajai Teal. She won't tolerate vagabonds on this site. Of course, I should have expected this. Tell the generous Jajai Teal not to fear. My work does not threaten Argonians. It is personal, the work of decades. And now I may finally have succeeded, though I must betray the legacy of the ancestors. My wife. I'm talking about my wife. She is the joy of my life. Such grace as you see but once in 100 years. Then death took her. I could not prevent it, but I cannot let go. She was caught between worlds. Until now. My wife lives. She's blessed by an Argonian reincarnation. Thank the Hist. Though I wanted this, I was still amazed at how quickly she awoke in this place. The Dominion will execute me for desertion, so I remain here in the home my beloved created. Only here. It must be the proximity to the Hist reclaiming its dead. To have her back with me, it's wonderful. Yes, of course you should meet her. She's within. It just looks like a cave, but inside she's recreated our home.